We have completely upgraded the Falcon HQ. This is a space where I trade, produce content here for YouTube, work on business projects, and my overall place of inspiration. With a particular theme in mind, I wanted to go with something very traditional, which was in line with the vision I've always had of creating this gentleman-style club lounge. We'll be adding things like shelving, lighting, a new camera rig setup alongside many more accessories, and a completely upgraded desk setup thanks to the sponsor of today's video, which is UGMONK. But more on them later. Let's get into it. So we firstly needed to start moving all of the gear in the current space out, as we're going to be taking the space back to bare bones and repainting it from scratch. The whole unit needs to be cleared so we can have a blank canvas to start with. One of the main things that I needed to make sure we were able to do was create myself a temporary setup. As within Falcon, I do 3 weekly pieces of content, as well as still making content here for YouTube. We needed a space to achieve this, and my pool house was the perfect temporary location. Firstly, it was onto the paint. The color we chose is an olive green vinyl matte paint color. This was custom made from a shop here in the UK called Johnson's. We painted the whole cabin one color alongside staining the beams, but more onto that later. Look at this. So this is an update. I'm gonna take you through section by section. So we're gonna start off with the color scheme. As you can see, I've got a lovely olive green here. You may remember this was white and black. We had a YouTube studio set over here. So that's the color scheme, a nice olive green. I think this complements all the colors that we've got going. Now let's move on to the beams. So these were originally white. What we've done is we've actually given it a oaky effect. Let me know what you think of this, by the way. This is one of my favorite features because this just complements the olive green. It's gonna tie in all of the other bookcases and all the other things that are coming into place. What I'm gonna be having over here is the gentleman's chair with a footstool, and we're going to have a Samson frame up there. That's going to give multi-functions to it. But of course we can have things on there like NFTs, the YouTube channel, and a few other things as well. And occasionally I'll probably have the football on. And then over to this area. So this is originally where the YouTube set was anyway. Now we're going to have a table here that's going to be on wheels, because what we wanted to do with this one is I don't want any mess or anything in the way, nothing cluttered. So I want to be able to move things around, because I'm going to use this area as a 2-place set. So in one area, we're going to have the bookcase here. The bookcase, of course, will stay there. It's a really traditional bookcase, and you'll see that more of like a library, gentleman's feel to it. But what I want to be able to do is move the chair over to the bookcase area for a different style of content that I want to film, maybe for my personal channel as well. And then we're going to have a section over here where the whiteboard will be there. I've got a new whiteboard, walnut frame, everything matches. And again, it's just all the subtle details. I wanted to make sure that everything matched, so I didn't want to just leave the plug sockets white. So what we've actually done is we've made them all brass. So you'll see that close up. And we've also got a little brass tap over there as well. So we've changed that. And now let's move on to the windows. So when it comes to the windows, these were originally, nothing's changed in the windows per se in terms of the structure, but all of the hinges, all of the door handles, and the door handle to come into the office itself, that's all been changed to brass as well. So I just wanted to make sure that everything flows. We've still got so many more things to do. We've got the carpet to go in, the blinds to go on. Everything is looking spectacular. The carpet we've chosen for the office is a light brown mustard tweed. I think this really ties into the office and gives it the finishing touches that we needed to be able to start building the equipment in the studio. As you can see, we have a lot of studio gear to build. All links to everything that you'll see in the video has been listed in the description below. We have 2 Govee floor lamps that are all hooked up to Google Assistant. I wanted to be able to control all of the lighting in the office with just my voice. It makes it super easy to set up any mood that I need. We also added a 5-meter Govee floor strip light at the back of the cabin just to make the back of the office pop. We have also put both of the Godox studio lights on these heavy-duty light stands with wheels. So this way, it's really easy to manipulate the lighting exactly how we want it, and we can move them around freely. For the camera rig setup, we picked up this IKEA trolley that has wheels. This rig is something that has changed the game for us here in the studio. We have attached the camera to the trolley using these magic arm clamps. They are more than strong enough to hold, along with a monitor on top of the trolley so I can see myself and the set while I'm filming. For the main studio camera, we've gone for the Sony FX3, along with the 24mm f1.4 lens. Now this setup is an absolute beast. I cannot wait to start utilizing this camera in future videos and especially trader meetups. For the audio, we're running a pencil mic that feeds into the FX3 via an XLR cable, so our audio can be changed and moved around without me having to be mic'd up. I can just sit down, turn on the camera and start recording. For the main gentleman's armchair, we picked this one up from Next. I love the color and the pattern of this armchair as it really gives a homely feel to the office. We also added a nice tweed rug for the chair to sit on, alongside a footstool. Above the armchair, we've gone for a 32-inch Samsung TV. This is amazing for us to be able to throw up some artwork, the YouTube channel, and also some NFTs. The bookcase was one of the main features that we really wanted to get right for the space. And this is why we went for the vintage style bookcase to match that gentleman's theme. I wanted to give it that feel that you've just walked into a gentleman's library. I think this bookcase looks absolutely incredible. For the studio desk, we've picked up some black table legs from IKEA and a grey desktop. I think the colours look amazing against the bookcase. It's also so useful to have this desk on wheels so we can move the desk around freely. For the artwork on the walls, we actually have made these designs ourselves and upscaled them to be printed. The quality is just amazing, and we can also use this artwork to throw up on the Samsung TV. For the desk setup, we actually had some help from today's sponsor of the video, UGMONK. UGMONK is a design brand from Downingtown, Pennsylvania that creates premium products to help you organize your workspace and most importantly, your mind. Their products are made locally and crafted with premium materials to ensure they last a lifetime. With a timeless aesthetic, their products are a perfect investment for anyone looking to upgrade their desk setup, improve mental clarity, and boost productivity. As you know, as a trader, we spend a lot of time behind the screens, and we always want to find items that can improve our productivity and get us in that right state of mind. UGMONK's commitment to quality is unparalleled. I'm truly looking forward to integrating them into my daily trading workflow. One of my favorite bits of UGMONK gear is currently the analog starter kit. As you guys know, I love to write down goals, so having them written down and shown in front of me is amazing. So I love this feature. The Gather collection really has made a huge difference to the desk setup as a whole. So if you would like any of the UGMONK gear that you've seen here, I am proud to say that you can use Falcon 10 for 10% off your first purchase, and I'll leave the link in the description. Once all the UGMONK items were set up, it was now onto the unboxing of the rest of the gear. Firstly, I picked up this custom embossed brown leather desk mat. I absolutely love the color of this desk mat, and it feels that it really suits the walnut top perfectly. Then it was onto the studio display from Apple. This monitor is super sleek and it fits the aesthetic. For the accessories, I went with the all black Magic Mouse and Magic Keys just to tie in the dark tones to the walnut setup. Then finally, it was time to unbox the M2 MacBook Air. I wanted to go with a setup that I can run from one laptop. I love to be portable and mobile, and a change of environment is super useful when trading and traveling and working on projects all over the world. So having a MacBook that I can just plug in to the rest of my setup that connects via 2 leads is just perfect for me. So we are finally set up. This is the very first shot that you are seeing on the brand new FX3 in the YouTube studio. As you can see the view here, I'm absolutely in love with this entire process, and of course the gentleman's office. That dream has come true. And it's all about having the right environment around you. Remember, in life, it's not just about having the right environment when it comes to social circles, etc. It's also about having a place, a trading den, a space where you feel incredibly inspired to want to get to work. Now, many of you right now will be thinking, oh, I'd love to create a space like that. I'd love to invest that amount of money. It's taken me years to get to this stage, and I've achieved a lot of milestones along the way to warrant that and to deserve that. What I would do if I was you guys is start designing your dream space, your dream trading den, exactly how you would want it. Sometimes you just got to put pen to paper, map it all out. It doesn't have to be a huge transformation straight away, but what you can do is set little goals. Once you've achieved a certain amount of capital, a certain trading account, an amount of profit, you can then reinvest back into it. I remember starting off with the most simple equipment, and I've been able to level up and upgrade when it's right. So I hope you use this as inspiration. I hope you really enjoyed the transformation start to finish, and you can see how much attention and care we've put into it. This is going to be the space for many years to come, and I cannot wait to share the incredible content that's coming to the channel. Thank you for watching, and let us know your #1 takeaways from this episode.
I haven't written anything on this board, but I'm going to use it because I think it looks cool.
Yeah. This is the first ever shot on the FX3.
FX3. Sony FX3.
Sony FX3. Bosh. Can I roll a perfect 8? Double sixes though.
That's good luck.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I feel like this is going to be a really good episode. I think what you touched on, environment, is going to be really, really key.
Yeah, it's something that traders neglect. They don't take it seriously, and if they put these things in place, they'll find themselves in a better state of mind. They can make better trading decisions. Like, all of these things connect. As I talk about all the time, everything is connected to everything else. And once you really get that, you'll see such a big shift in your life, trading, everything. So I just want to quickly show you a few things of how I use the office and the small little things that are important to me. So for example, I'm at my desk setup right now, currently looking at the charts, and it's all about environment. So for me, I like utilizing the space. So for example, as I mentioned about being portable, all I need to do is unplug these 2 wires, and I can take this over to, if you want to call it, the YouTube studio. And for me, it's the simple things. I may want to work here. So for example, looking at the screen in that environment, that's one thing, but sometimes I may just want to take the laptop here. Normally I have my journal here as well, and I might be writing some things down. I might even take a team call from exactly where I am now, and then I'm able to look at the charts. I'm then able to film some content at the same time. Like for me, it's the small little things of moving around in the space, which I'm really excited about, rather than just having one section and then that's it. When you look at the attention to detail that has gone into this project, you'll see how much care has gone into creating this space exactly as we want it to be able to produce exactly what we want. It's no different to how we treat the Falcon project as a whole, everything that we do. We're out here building the most successful retail fund in this space. The same attention that has gone into this is the same love and care we put into the project as a whole, because we care about the things that we do. How you do one thing is how you do everything. So how I treat this is exactly how I treat the students. How I treat my entire projects that I work on, everything is connected. And when we're building the most successful fund and making sure that students have got the exact infrastructure, the pathway to build the life that they deserve, it has to be thorough. Sometimes we take a little bit longer to do something, but for a good reason, because we want things to last. We want things to stand the test of time. And we're nearly 7 years into this project, and look how much we've grown from strength to strength. If you're serious about wanting to change your life, you have to have that mentality in absolutely everything that you do.